I was supposed to give you in part number 8 something that would be more deep in theory, but I was contacted by another replicator of the Colman, and this is what he has. The box on the left hand side next to you, the one that is touching right now, is the power supply. Then you have a plate with a number of heat sinks, beautifully done, and then the rear one, the yellow one, right, is the Israeli power amplifier that is giving 100 watts from 100 to 500 megahertz. The leader generator is the generator that you see in front of you. It's the manufacturer leader, and this one is pretty much stable and does have a cable connected right now into it, which allow to CW, which is continuous wave, to be interrupted by another generator, or eventually by using another BNC connection input to deliver modulating signal into it. On the left upper corner you see comparison, which is my device. That's the Hewlett-Packard 3200B with two inputs. One is for CW, which would be the continuous wave interruption pulsing, and the other one would be for amplitude modulation. At the rear of the generator you see the tube. There is a tuning network matching the impedance and allowing to tune to the maximum of the signal. That generator is quite much stronger than the generator leader used by replicator. Then the output is connected to the attenuator through the cable connected to the T connector to the channel 1 of the oscilloscope, and straight on going to the Israeli amplifier, 100 watts, 100 megahertz to 500 megahertz, but I found it works from 40 megahertz to more than 500 megahertz. I don't have the generator that will go further up. Then the output of that amplifier is connected to the antenna tuner, MFJ antenna tuner, which acts as a tuning network between the load, and the load would be the antennas, the telescopic antennas, which I don't have. I was lazy enough to do it. And the output of the amplifier. Now I have a leads. Those leads were simply dropped into the pipe, plastic pipes of the beta radiation certified box. And you see them being glued. In 99% of the proceedings that I was doing with Colman, I didn't see the heat rising up, but obviously the last time that I was doing it, the temperature must have been there. I didn't even notice that. They are simply thermally glued together. And I'm trying to break it out. Right. Yes, I simply dropped that inside that, and that was my antenna. And if the Colman tube was next to it, that's what might have happened. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Which is good, because we're following Andrea Rossi heat exchange, which I state is the Colman process. There are two processes. One is production of the electricity, the other one is the temperature that is rising in the Colman tube. That depends from the load. If you don't have a load, you don't have a temperature. So memorize that. And it's the beta radiation, alpha, beta, and gamma radiation probe. Radiac PDR27J or IM145. So IM145. When I open up the window, I allow alpha and beta to come in. Close the window, gamma on, dual probe. And I simply drop that to that pipe. So then, if there was any possible beta radiation, I wasn't very much affected with it, and I could provide that. But that does not prevent with gamma, if there is any gamma, and the neutron, if there is any neutron. There is not very much established mechanistic that frequency and power dependency create different phenomena, alpha, beta, gamma, and X-ray. But X-ray is always present. Now this is the Ranger. This device gives me comparison to the mathematical algorithm and the kilo electrovolts or mega electrovolts power level of the decaying substance. But we're dealing with the non-radioactive matter, so that should not happen. And if it's happening, it's something that requires more attention. Right. So then it will be able to name the particular substance, americium 41, whatever it is, uranium or whatever it is. It will show that this is the one, if it's within the library. If it's not, it still will get the power level and possible placement on the spectrum. The next thing that we're going to see is the spectrometry, and that would be EDXRF or XRF, which would be the X-ray spectrometry. I'm not going to concentrate on it right now, but somewhere in that point you're going to see something strange. So you have a radioactive substance with the names on it, atomic number whatsoever. But this what I'm pointing right now is looks like a pencil battery with plutonium in it. It was made in US. I wonder who was the buyer. So it's a time to concentrate best on the gentleman that was visiting me, actually, virtually, and let's come back to the subject. Forget about what you see in the window, left-hand side window, concentrate on the window on the right-hand side. So the red post is the post holding 4 antennas, 2 receiver antennas and 2 transmitter antennas in close proximity. They're telescopic antennas, so changing the length of them by pushing them down and up gives you the best standing wave ratio level. That would be that the most of the signal from the amplifier goes out from the antennas and is being absorbed by the antennas of the Colman tube. To the right hand side you see the big box, and that big box is the LED box that is covering that Colman device, and he made it better than me, guys. So it's plenty to see here. Underneath of it you have the SWR meter on the left hand side, and right hand side with the black box, black knob on a white faceplate. You see the tunic network. So that would be again tune up of the output of the amplifier to the impedance of the antennas on it. I'm not really interested very much with only electricity production, but with much bigger stuff that is happening here. Some scientists may have a little headache or laughing at me when I say that Colman might be a key to model matter. That would be that if the atomic number of the nuclei is set by the number of photons that we inject or reject or change or alter that number. We're dealing with different substance. So we're approaching at the word of value to no value, which would then be that if it's too many of valuable things manufactured, it loses its value because it becomes too obvious. So for the moment we have seen again the power supply, the heatsink, and the amplifier. And now we concentrating on the main table. This is the post with 4 retractable antennas, and those antennas are connected to the tuning network, as I said, and being controlled by SWR meter. By changing the length of the antenna, you tune to the maximum power being sent from those antennas to the Colman. Absolutely brilliant. This guy is magnificent. This is the tuning network and he's observing on left hand side on SWR meter. Sorry for repeating that, but it's good to have it now. He take the plug out and he put the probe of the scintillator, being able to measure gamma radiation. And he's taking it and he shows that inside there is a aluminum box that is covered with 3/4 of an inch of the lead. This guy is brilliant, I'm telling you guys. And of course at the bottom of it he's got another plate of it. He made it. He didn't buy it. I bought it. He made it. And then on the box, on the top of the box, on the right hand side, sitting on the main table, you see the plastic. That plastic is the nest for the scintillator. Absolutely beautiful. Now, what he's showing right now is 2 ceramic posts, the tube is in the middle, and 2 big coils. It's not a transformer, they are coils to disperse beta or eventually to stop or slow down the process if it goes too hot. And he made it absolutely outstanding. Look at that. 2 holders holding the tube like that. It's the tube, the Colman tube, with no powder yet. I know why. Yeah, okay. And of course, if you look at the shape of the brackets on the top of it, is made as in original patent of Colman. So we not talking about a Joe Schmo, we're talking about big guy with a big brain and beautiful skills. And we have one more than me. But there are plenty more too. Some of the summary. We're talking about somebody who is playing with Colman big time. As far as me, I don't give it them. I'm happy. I don't care if I'm first or I'm last. I don't care if I make money on it. I don't make money on it at all. I don't care about the fame or non-fame. Not important. The change is important. So there are only 2 possibilities. Either I'm a complete nut, the flip, somebody who is possessed with the idea, or I'm just the one who knows exactly what he's seen and what he felt. What I can tell you is there is a confirmation of the same certain scientific word about my findings, which is nothing new. It's 1956 Colman and Gillespie. And there would be more and more, because there are plenty more already. So I want change. The change bring new, and the new bring better for the humanity. Of course, humanity could be then treated as that one that is good from my perspective and that one that is bad from my perspective. I don't give a damn. It's not important, guys. They really want those guys from Wall Street to commit suicide because they lost everything. Not important. Not important. What is important, again, is free energy for everyone. That's what is important. And free energy is the energy free of charge. Thank you very much. The final note that has to be present all the time is the legal note. Never try it, never do it, never even touch it. We're not responsible for your own action. Simple like that. From the perspective of the side viewer, I love people developing new. Thank you very much.